Hi, Ole.
Yeah.
Just talk to us a little bit about that performance in terms of it felt chaotic watching it in defence and attack. I don't know what you thought, and how can you turn that kind of situation around?
Well, it's a turnaround because in isolation, one game might be it can happen, but then we've lost too many points in the last few league games. Of course, away from home, we've been very solid. Not really conceded too many chances and too many goals. But today, the goals that we conceded were disappointing. Timing of them, and of course the way they were conceded. And we need to be more. We weren't good enough. Second ball, 50-50s. You know that the things that make you earn the right to win a game of football. We spoke about that today before the game, that this is a game that you have to win loads of challenges, and unfortunately we couldn't get them 50-50s turning our way. And I think it says everything when your best player is probably David, but still we conceded 4 goals.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Ole. Paul told broadcasters or admitted that you guys deserved to lose. And he also mentioned maturity. Is that one of the things? I mean, the Vardy goal just seemed you guys seem to switch off.
We didn't deserve points today. We started well. You know, the goal Mason scored shows his qualities, and then for a little while there, you think maybe we can get the second. Then we give them the first goal. Maturity, I wouldn't say maturity. I would say the focus in key moments. You know, 2 set-piece goals, 1 goal 10 seconds after we've just equalised. That shouldn't happen. And of course, the first goal I've spoke about where we gift them that one. So all the goals were disappointing how we conceded them.
Sam Wallace.
Ollie, we seem to have been there a few times with these players. Why do you think they find it so hard to respond to, you know, a poor run of form on a day like this when both teams really need to win?
I've got to say we've been really good at showing our character when we need it. When we've had our backs to the wall and these boys have come out fighting. I disagree with you there. The attitude has always been good. And of course, as you say, we do have a different set, or as you didn't say it, but there's been, we have at the moment different types of players. And we are, for me, an experienced team with loads of quality in there that we need to get more. We need to stick together. We know we need to improve. We need to work hard. And the attitude is good in the work they do. I have to say, training, they want to learn. They want to do better. Today, we weren't capable of it. So we need to perform better.
Samuel Luckhurst.
Ole, I think you've used 7 midfield combinations, different combinations this season. Brendan said it was easy. Well, not easy, but Leicester were able to get at you because the 2 midfielders didn't press. Is that becoming a growing area of concern for you in the midfield?
Sorry, Sam. The line was bad. I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure. Brendan said that because Nemanja and Paul didn't press, Leicester were able to play past them with relative ease. Is the midfield becoming a growing issue for you? I think you've used 7 different midfield combinations this season.
Well, we were too easy to play through. I wouldn't say that's only Nemanja and Paul. That's a team as a whole. We need to be compact. We need to be more aggressive. I think we dealt with the runs in behind well enough, but maybe by dropping off a little bit, we gave them a little bit too much space in there. But that's the whole team. That's not just Paul and Emma. And I've not heard what Brendan said, but that's if he felt that, that's. If they we weren't good enough on the second balls. We didn't win 50-50s. We didn't nick the ball or win the ball in good enough moments because we're so good at that. We're so good at winning it and going forward. And today we didn't see enough of that. So I agree that we didn't defend well enough.
Well, last question for Dan King. Hi, Dan. Do you want to unmute yourself, Dan?
Hi, Ollie. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hi, Ollie. I think in other interviews after the game, you've sort of held your hands up and said that perhaps the Maguire bringing him back didn't pay off. And I wanted you to reflect on that a bit as well. But also, given the run of games you've got coming up soon, how critical a period is this for the club and for your reign at United, do you feel?
It was my decision to play Harry. He's worked really hard with on the rehab with the physios, and he looked ready. He didn't feel any after effects. He trained with us. He looked sharp. He's a big, massive player for us. He's so important. He's the captain. He's the leader. We want to bring him back as soon as we can because he's been so influential in our play. And yeah, maybe he needed that first half to get going, but I thought he got better and better throughout the game, more comfortable on the ball, and the game was ebbing and flowing. It was just I've got to say that when you concede 2 goals on set plays, 1 goal 10 seconds after you've scored, there's focus and concentration, and that's not I'm not pointing any fingers to any specific player, but we all need to do better. We know that we have to do better, and the game's coming up. Every game in the Premier League, every game in the Champions League, they're hard. So the big games, all of them, and Leicester is just as away. It's just a bigger test as Atalanta at home, for example. So we've got to dust ourselves off, make sure that when we come in again, they've freshened their minds, they look themselves in the mirror. I've looked myself in the mirror, and make sure we perform again. That's the nature of football. You've got to respond to setbacks, and we've had a long period now over the Christmas national break. It almost felt like Christmas because it was a long time. We wanted another game, and we've. Sorry, I'm rambling on, but it's. We prepared well for this game, and some key moments let us down.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.